What's live, everyone? I'm Fehintola Lauren, and I'm here in Norwalk, California with DaSh Holcomb, creator and designer of DaSh Appeal clothing line. Could you tell us a little about yourself?
I'm a 23-year-old college student. I go to Cal State Dominguez Hills, business major, and I have a passion for fashion.
Your designs are creative and innovative. What inspires it?
I'm pretty much on the go. So as soon as I get a piece of material, I just create as I go. I sketch here and there, but most of the time it's just whatever inspires me at the moment. It could just be a sleeve that I like, and I go from there.
Okay. Tell us a bit about DaSh Appeal and when it was established.
I just started January 2009. That's my first time like really starting with the sewing machine. I made a dress when I was 8. Haven't touched it since then. I tried last year, 2008, tried to get on the sewing machine, just wasn't my friend at all. So then January I started doing stuff by hand, and then people saw it online. It was like, oh, that's cool, that's cool. And then my school was having a fashion show, and everybody was like, you should be in it. But I had never done anything for anybody else but myself.
Right.
So I didn't know how to measure anybody. I didn't know how to make a pattern or read a pattern. I didn't know anything. So then I started to get on the sewing machine, and it was my friend then. So after that, I just rolled with it and figured it out.
So you just mentioned the fashion show at Dominguez Hills, right?
Yeah.
How was that? Like, what was it like? Was it crazy and hectic? Running everywhere?
It was fun. It wasn't so much hectic, because it's something that I really enjoyed doing. It was my first time. Even though it was my first time, that was the stress factor,
right.
You know. But it was really like, it was simple. For some reason, it came to me easy. Thank you, Jesus. But it came to me pretty easy. I thank God for that.
So tell us, what type of woman does DaSh Appeal clothing appeal to?
It's for all. I'm an aunt. I'm a college student. I'm a socialite, nightlife lover. I'm a businesswoman. So I've skateboarded. So I have all different walks of life. So it's for everyone, from business to nightlife.
Good. Okay, so tell us, are there any type of designers that inspired you to want to start your own clothing line?
No, it's more so myself. It's like I've always took something old and altered it and revamped it. So I just took whatever I had. If I had it for too long, it went out of style, I changed it up. And that's where my eye for fashion came in. So I just went with it.
Sounds good. So could you explain to us your own personal style?
More so the nightlife. But I like vintage. I'm not really big on the couture. I do make special pieces, like as far as one-of-a-kind pieces. That's one of my specialties.
Okay.
But I just have whatever. Jean, stretch. I love jersey, by the way.
Okay.
So it's just everything.
So we're talking about clothing, but with fashion also comes some jewelry lines. Do you expect to have a jewelry line come about?
Yes, eventually I will do shoes and jewelry. So those are my dreams.
Like your piece that you got on there.
Thank you. I used to actually, before making clothes, I used to do jewelry.
Okay.
And I did that for a couple of years, and then I stopped doing that. And then a couple of years after that, then here came the clothes.
So with fashion, I think jewelry also is a big part, like to accessorize.
Yes, I like for my fashion shows and photo shoots, I use some of my pieces as well.
Okay, and what do you think about over accessorizing? Is there such?
Yeah, well, especially if it could be too much.
Okay.
There can be too much. There's always a line with everything, but it can work.
So what's your favorite season for fashion?
Summer.
Why?
Summer. Because there's really no limits, because there's summer nights, summer days. You could, you know what I'm saying? There's both. You can have a jacket. You can still have shorts. You know, so it's a combination of all seasons within summer.
Well, out here, you know, they say Los Angeles, well, a part of California, does not have seasons. What do you think about that? Like, how does that tie into fashion with wearing whatever you like?
That's true, because it could be winter and I can still have on a dress on.
Exactly.
So
with a leather jacket.
Exactly. You know,
Right.
So that's why I said summer nights, because that's a combination of all seasons to me. So
What do you think some of your weaknesses and strengths are in the art of fashion?
they actually coincide with me. it's I'm self-taught, so I struggle with I've never had schooling for fashion, but at the same time, my strength is I'm able to be creative enough and figure it out. So that right there alone makes people like interested in it. The fact that I've done this on my own, self-taught, that's a cool thing to people when they hear it, you know?
Right.
So, but then at the same time, it's my weakness, but I make it work.
That's how you do it. So, what type of messages do your clothing send out?
Messages. That's a good one. Just to be confident, appealing. That is the key. You know, some people seek to be the center of attention. My clothes is not so much to say, hey, here I am, but when you walk past the person, you're going to look.
Right.
You're definitely going to look.
Right.
And that's what's expected for DaSh Appeal, to be appealing.
What advice would you give someone who's trying to start their own designing label?
First off, stay motivated. It's hard. I mean, actually, I thought about fashion a long time ago. This is like when Eve had fetish. You know, and that's what stopped me. I'm like, there's actors, singers, rappers, everybody have a fashion line, so what's gonna make a difference? Well, how am I gonna make a difference?
Right.
And then that's where I fell off of it. I could have been starting this a long time ago.
Right.
I'm 11 months into this. I'm a baby at this now, you know.
Right.
So I could have did this years ago, but that right there alone just like stopped me in my tracks. And I wish I would have never thought of that. You know, so it's kind of like stay motivated, like push forward, like just believe in yourself. We know we hear that all the time, but you really have to believe in yourself. Stay by positive people.
Right.
Same thing you've heard all your life. Like you have to stay by positive people that are just as motivated and determined as you are. And like love your craft. Like you have to love your craft and really have a passion for it. Otherwise, it's not gonna really go as well as you want it to, because how can you try to push something that you're not believing in yourself? You know.
I agree. So how can our viewers learn more about you and DaSh Appeal Clothing?
I have a website, dashappeal.com, DASHAPPEAL.com.
Well, thank you very much. Much success is wished to you.
Thank you.
And this is What's Live.
I'm DaSh, the creator and designer of DaSh Appeal, and my designs are what's live in Norwalk.